Well, that was mildly awkward, wasn't it? Let's start there again.
Oh, man.
Welcome to RaidCall EMS 1 Cup number 2 for summer 2013. I'm Paul Red Challoner. Alongside me is the low expert, Jason Kaplan, who is going to be learning more European geography with us this evening. If you weren't with us last night, where were you? By gosh, you should have been here. It was awesome.
And did you guys know Bern is actually the capital of Switzerland?
Yeah, Bern without an E on the end. Four-letter word. Even though we trolled the hell out of you last night to make it 5, it is welcome this evening. We have in store for you a fantastic evening of sexy Counter-Strike just for you. We have 3 of the world's best teams in action in the semi-finals, and alongside them, the team that beat NIP through the knockout stage, which is Western Wolves. First up will be ESC Gaming, the Golden 5 from Poland. Perhaps no longer the Golden 5. Well, no, actually, there'll always be the Golden 5, but they've had a bit of a rough time, as you've probably worked out from hltv.org this evening. If you haven't already read the stories, then check out hltv.org for us. And that'll be the first game. Western Wolves, conquerors of NIP, going up against ESC Gaming. We'll then have the almighty match between Na'Vi and Fnatic. It's an all-time classic game brought to you in CSGO this time round. And we will also then have the best of 3 finals to follow that up as well. So it's going to be an awesome night of gaming.
It should be. And you know, speaking of that, we can probably get straight into the bracket just to show where all the teams really came from and the teams they beat to get to where they are in the semifinals.
Good point. Let's have a look at the bracket right now. As you can see, the top half of your bracket, Copenhagen Wolves. Yeah, we need to be up there somewhere. Look, we need to be there.
I don't like hearing my own voice that much, though.
I see, sucker.
It's too awkward.
Yeah, we're a bit quiet there, and Jason was in control of the mic, so I'm going to blame him. Anyway, brackets, Copenhagen Wolves, last week's winners, going out in the quarterfinals this time round in a very close game with Fnatic. Winners of one of the cups last season, of course. That's how they meet Na'Vi. Na'Vi, on the other hand, 16-12 first round against Infected Nation, who've been playing very well recently. And then a tumultuous game with Very Games, injury time, 21-17. And then a straightforward win over Absolute Legends, 16-5. That's the upper half of the bracket. Lower half of the bracket, as you can see, ESC coming through to reach a semi-final. Nice to see them doing well again. 16-6 over Logix and 16-11 over MyDGB. I suppose you could argue they've had a slightly easier route than they would normally have every week due to the seeds. Sprint Fox, last week's sensation, out this week in the round of 16 to the German side end Faculty with a slightly new lineup. They, in turn, faced Western Wolves, conquerors of NIP by 16-3. One of their biggest defeats online, actually. And those two then met in the quarterfinals, and Western Wolves came through 16-11. So that's left us with our semi-final matchups of Fnatic versus Na'Vi and ESC versus Western Wolves. That will be the first game this evening, despite the fact that we sort of messed up and told you that it was actually the Na'Vi.
Let's just blame it on Tim.
Let's do that.
Let's blame our director, Tim. Actually has his own camera today.
It wasn't actually his fault. It wasn't his fault. He has got his own camera today. We might show you that later in the programme, just to, you know, give you a bit of a view of what he looks like and what he's doing behind the scenes. Because trust me, it's awesome for us because we have to do virtually nothing, which is good news for you watching because it means that Red Eye doesn't get to touch anything technical and therefore break it. It is not. It's not unusual for me to break stuff of a technical nature. Anyone that knows me well enough will know that I just break stuff. If it's got electricity in it, don't put it anywhere near me because it's going to get broke.
I'm surprised the audio board hasn't broken just yet.
Tell me about it. I mean,
just yet.
How has it lived this long in like this proximity to me? I mean, I'm shocked.
I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe as the night goes on, it might actually have some problems.
Might do. Keep your comments coming via Twitter, of course, twitter.com. You've seen both mine and Jason's Twitter. You can tweet at us, or you can just drop obscenities in the Twitch chat. I mean, that's usually what happens, right?
A little bit, but you know, I guess we can talk about what these teams are playing for because this is cup number 2, like you were saying before. This is a summer 2013 season, and obviously they're gonna be playing for 100 points for first place. As we get some little bit of epic music in there, just to really get the tone down for you guys. Not to mention the 100 points, which actually will work towards them potentially qualifying for DreamHack, which is coming up in a few weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And then of course $600, and then not to mention I guess the biggest prize. Spot in the playoffs.
Absolutely, yeah, and $154,000 over the seasons, 3 seasons. Blimey, O'Reilly, that's a bit touch loud. Whoa, whoa, I'll blow my ears off there. We'll get some, you know, acoustics from the game in a moment. Let's drop you into that game
Actually,
now.
wait, before we do that, can you send me the IP?
Really?
I don't have it.
Oh, Jason.
I wasn't given it.
Jason, you're not special, obviously.
No one likes me.
No one likes you.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
Don't worry, Jason. I've got you back on this.
Thank you.
There you go. See, I like you. It's all good.
On camera he does, but off camera it's a different story.
It's a different story, yeah. Well, we don't tell them about it.
Well, they need to know.
Do they? Jason might only be the only commentator in the world who is over 200 meters high. No, hang on, 200
meters.
centimeters.
No, let's go with meters.
Yeah, no, let's not go with 200 meters because that's quite tall. Yeah, he's like 6'6", I think. 6'6", 6'7".
About there.
But luckily for me, when we sat down, we're about the same height.
Oh, I'm actually. Hold on.
Oh, here we go. Look.
Let me sit up straight. I actually think my chair's lower than yours as well. So.
Well, I'm on a box, so that helps. Wouldn't be the first time. Been there before, banana boxes. So we are ready to drop you into the game now, because luckily I gave Jason the IP address, and we'll be able to get underway for Western Walls versus ESC. Knife Ready will be ready to go. Streamers are not ready yet, apparently, according to Ebot. Ebot lies.
Well, yeah, we're a little bit behind, but it should be
Ebot
getting away
lies.
in a few seconds. But also, let us know in the Twitch chat if you want X-Ray turned on. We asked this yesterday, and it seemed that most people wanted it turned on to be turned on halfway through the show. But
okay.
what are you guys' thoughts, just to make sure?
I'm going to turn it on anyway, just to, you know. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll turn it off. Oh, look, I'll turn it on. No, I'll turn it off. All right, I'll leave it on. No, I don't really mind. It doesn't really matter to me. I think in the early days, we were like, no, we don't want X-Ray. Turn X-Ray off. Horrible. No, that's what it was like in the early days of CSGO. And then it's sort of evolved, and people are now like, no, actually, I quite like X-Ray because it's you know, I know what's coming, and I like the idea of knowing
Well, and it also
coming.
helps build a story in terms of, like, you can see through the walls, like, 3 people in rafters, and you know, him trying to push in, so it makes it more intense, more epic.
Yep. No, I've seen your playing of Counter-Strike, looking through walls.
Actually, I was playing today before we started. I went like 24 and 1.
Honest to God.
It's fantastic.
Those bots, though, not tough, are they?
They rage quit, so not my fault.
The bots rage quit. That's the first time I've seen that.
No, the people rage quit. That's why
That's really realistic, actually, if the bots are starting to rage quit as well.
Well, I guess we can go to the lineups real quick for you guys.
Yes,
since we do
let's do that right now. We do have Western Walls lining up with Glaive, Nico, MSL, Pimp, and I'm not even going to go there. He needs to change his name immediately. We also have the Golden Five lining up with their lead man, of course, Victor, Taz, Watchda, Pasha, Neo, Erd, and Cuban.
I heard it, but I don't. Whatever.
Let me write it down. Right,
I don't know
we're
where
going to keep score. We've got to keep score.
I already have it. I already have it ready.
No, we've got to keep score. And then we'll tell you at the end of the night what we've been doing, okay?
I don't know where that came from, though. I don't know. I'll trust you.
First one. What do you mean? That's one of them. No. That's his first name.
Oh, well.
Yeah, see? Oh, snap, buddy.
Anyways.
Right, here we go then. So, you guys voted for the knife round. And the first knife round of the day is going to be done in a drunken mode.
I'm waiting for it.
Well, you know, it's like, oh, I can't be bothered. So much alcohol with me right now. There's just these men just stabbing at me. Man, I can't take it anymore. I just need to drink more because these people have like been horrible to me.
But
I don't know if I can take this anymore.
What if we died in real life, we respawn?
No, man, because like when you, like, I'm just emotional and I need more drink. Only one left now. Oh, he's on his own. Look, that's so sad. I don't know if I can go with him.
So now I know how you get when you get drunk. You get sad, and I'm actually quite happy.
And that's pretty much what I'm like when I'm drunk.
I've actually never seen you drunk, so I'm going to trust you on this one.
Okay. You should check Twitch chat right now.
Go home, you're drunk, Red Eye. That's what they're saying.
Anyway, RaidCall EMS 1, Cup number 2 for summer 2013. And knife round is dispensed with with a little bit of hilarity, I suppose. And it's ESC versus Western Wolves. Last week's, well, I would say they're effectively last week's runners-up because actually Western Wolves lost in the opening round last week, which you might then think, well, hang on a minute, how are they on? What? No.
Don't worry, mine's working.
No! Damn it!
Yeah, I get to control camera here today.
Damn you!
But speaking of that, Paul, because like you said, Western Wolves, they did get knocked out in the first round to Copenhagen Wolves, who ended up finishing first in the cup, but they beat NIP this week. So we'll see what happens for them. And not to mention ESC, who did quite well, if I'm not mistaken, in the first cup on top of that. And also in the quarterfinals against NIP in cup number 1. So we'll see which team will really rise to the occasion here and really come out with the victory.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think both teams are viable for the final. They can definitely get through. But it's just, however they go. So I think I've got my machine back now, which is good news for me.
No, we can keep it on my screen.
We can keep it on yours for now, yeah, that's not a problem.
But we do see, what's his name?
What?
This guy that you said, like, don't say his name. I don't.
What?
I don't know. What?
Yeah, you can just... Yeah.
I'm going to skip over him. So we do see Nico, who's actually a very strong player for Western Wolves, but they have him going into upper right now. Looks like they're really locking on the side. We see Taz pick up 2 kills, and Glaive answers with 1 himself. MSL does get 1, but they're actually going into the side. Going to be going for the kills here. Taz, last man standing, doesn't come through with a victory. And Western Wolves will take the first round on the terrorist side of Nuke. It's shift. That's caps lock. That's shift. There you go. And this is why we're on my screen.
No, it's these new keyboards. They're cool, but they've got the buttons in the wrong places. With
How
silly,
is
like,
shift
what is
halfway up
what
the
is
keyboard?
That? What is that?
That's the Windows key.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's got a different icon on it.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I told you I'll break anything. I'll break stuff that isn't even broken in the first place. Right then, so 1-0, and the Wolves of the Western variety have the opening round, and the second round looks like it's going to be a very straightforward one for them as well. They've pushed through upper, and Pimp now with grenade poised, ready to throw. Whilst ESC, well, they're not going to get much out of this. Maybe an exit kill or something, or maybe a gun, that would be a bonus. But right now, Western Wolves in complete control. As Neo does actually pick up 1. Nico and Pimp, though, not having any of that at all. And we might get another one here. Uh-oh, no, that's bad news. And that's not going to work.
So we did see Nico save. He actually didn't even buy a gun that round, so he has a luxury of picking up an op. If he wants to use this round, maybe go straight for that AK. So they're actually staying quite well. Not to mention, we talked about yesterday, 3-4 rounds is a pretty good terror side, so they're already pretty much committed to those 3, and that gives them that nice start to the game.
Does indeed. Taz top of the board right now with 4 kills, 2 deaths. Not bad, considering all he's had is a pistol so far. Passion Cuban just setting up inside ramp. There's a 3rd man in there as well, which will be Neo. In fact, Taz is in there as well. So 4-man stack inside ramp room. And Western Wolves have already made their way through into Volcano. Lord, meanwhile, oh, look at this from Lord. He's going to come face-to-face with Pimp, and he should have had the first shot off. It should have been a slightly more accurate shot as well, and we've got the boost up to top ladder here. It's not going to make much difference because they've now stacked bottom. Look at this. 4 men in the bottom, having all been in ramp at one point. 50 seconds remaining of round 3. Western Wolves playing a little bit more defensively here and a bit more cautious because they're not entirely sure that the poles haven't bought up. They haven't. And now, Neo creeping forward, does pick up the kill on Pimp. Nicely done. Gets himself an AK for his troubles too. Nico waiting for Taz here. And it's going to be pistol versus pistol, and it's going to be Glock winner. 4 versus 3 now at 2-0. MSL just on the outside here has done a lot of damage to Neo. That should be a straightforward kill. Grenade is avoided as well. And now just Pasha will be the last man alive and is dealt with by Glaive. Western Wolves confirm a 3-0 lead.
And like I was saying before, Nico, he saved up. He actually saved that round again, so now he's sitting on what seems like a zillion money at this point. So he's definitely be picking up that AWP, which I'm assuming since we saw him actually against the Copenhagen Wolves do a fantastic with that AWP, but it looks like, is he actually, no, there it is. Okay, I was making sure, he did go ahead and pick that up, so most likely he will be heading out towards outside to maybe go for a pick. But first gun round for ESC, this is very important. They need to be able to pick this one up and pick up pretty much the rest of the rounds after that if they really want to stand aside on the terrace.
And Nilla has actually changed his name back now, so we can start calling him by his name. That's what I'm going to do. If you don't use your real name, I'm not going to call your name out. It's as simple as that. Funny names are funny, but not in tournaments.
What did it mean, though?
I can't even tell. I'll tell you off screen.
Okay.
But it's not a nice disease. Pasha, talking of diseases, look at that. It's just disposed of Glaive very clinically with the AWP. And we're 1 for 1 in kills. Cuban just moving forward here. Comes face to face with Nilla and will pick up the kill with the M4. Advantage Poland right now. Nothing doing with Cuban. Quite sure why we're staying with him, but oh well.
Director knows best. Don't worry. He knows.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's not question the director. Nico now making his way outside. There is a man up top here, and if he can land, that was all a bit dodgy right there. He did get one shot off. Thought he was going to come under pressure from ramp room, and instead now he's going to flash. Well, that's a slightly awkward flash because that won't work. Pimp will work though. AK working beautifully on Cuban. And now he might pick up a second here on Lord. Does so. Nicely done. And Western Wolves get the bomb planted low. There's a man down there. Lord Taz actually in with a double. And it's now a 2 versus 1. Nico on his own here has got to go huge with the AWP. Bomb is planted, so pressure is on here, but they've got a really good strategy of one either side. One from ramp, one from the vents here. And Pasha's going to go in to try and get the defuse. Taz... Oh, I thought he was going to go for the straight defuse. Nico picks up the first one. Can he get the second? Oh! He can! Fabulous AWP play from Nico. And Western Wolves lead 4-0 against the odds. Master Clutch. Master is Clutch.
And that's what I was talking about. Nico on Dust 2 when we saw him in the first clip against Copenhagen Wolves. So strong with that AWP. Put every single member of ESC in their graves. And that's going to give him such a strong start. Now up 4 rounds. And now they have ESC. Looks like they will be saving up here, so you would assume 5 rounds now for for Western Wolves. And at what point does it become a completely one-sided match, or a match you really can't lose when you move over to counter-terrorists? Like, they're going to have 5 rounds now, most likely.
Yeah, 5 is a decent score right now. Though Nilla is going to have to do an awful lot of work here, and does very good work indeed. Disposes of Cuban when really probably against the odds after being flashed. MSL looking like he wants to commit to Tin. Taz just above him. Lord hiding in the back white building. And at the moment, Western Wolves in control of the round, although it was looking a little bit hairy at one point.
I do like how slow they're taking us, though, because they know, like, eco rounds, you can come back from it, and they want to keep their lead.
Playing this one smart. Flash into ramp. Nothing doing so far. Nilla, oh, he might get caught, and does by Neo. Nicely done, perched up on top of the box. As Taz drops down now, Glaive will pick up that kill. Nico now out into the main area. It was actually MSL. Nico, point shot onto Pasha. And now a 4v1 leaves Neo as the last man standing. Has got himself an AK, so... Well, if he can last the 30 seconds of the bomb with that AK, that'll be something he gets out of the game. And you can hear, I think, well, he should have been able to hear Pimp behind him. And I think he has here. He's going to wait, though, and does get the frag onto Nico. Oh, got confused, though. I think he was trying to get the man inside the building, but MSL was too quick for him. And gun lost as well as the round. Western Wolves move into a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, fantastic start for them, I have to say. And we'll see if they can keep steamrolling this all by their own. As it looks like they're not hurting on money at all. I mean, they're just able to store up all this. But, you see, second gun round for them. Will they have enough to win it here? Like, will they be able to win this round? Because it's starting to get really one-sided and it's starting to get out of their hands.
Absolutely. I mean, 5-0, if it becomes 6-0, it's a bit of a blitzkrieg after that. And, well, that could be game over as far as ESC are concerned before they even get to switch over halves. They're on the easy side right now, and they're not making this look easy at all. But here comes Lord. All right, we'll switch over. Thanks, Auto Director. And Nico again, showing us why he has been a beast with that AWP. Equalising things back up there. A little split up here, though. Nilla is over at main. Nico in lobby. And another man just further forward, which is MSL, who is in Actually, he's joined up with his teammate. Just inside Tin Hut, we'll get the frag here. That's nicely done, and the bomb can go down. They've got cover from Main and from Squeaky, and Nico with that AWP is going to be very dangerous indeed, and I don't think they're going to get flanked here as either. MSL now will bounce that flash off the side just to buy himself another couple of seconds. Cuban now trying to look into Main to see if he can spy. We can see he's right on the target. If he just fired right now, he'd take the head off both of them. Now, we'll get the first one. Chancy, but I don't know if they're going to go for this.
They have to save the guns.
They have to save the guns. Time ticking down now means that they will not win this round. And Western Wolves are going to cruise into a 6-0 lead, and Cuban gets caught with his pants down around his ankles there. And MSL gets himself another kill. They've saved an AWP, but that's all they're going to save. Pasha picking up their MSL, that's going to money screw him as well. So 6-0 to Western Wolves. Team app, anyone?
Yeah.
You know, maybe this changed overnight. Maybe I've been looking at the wrong statistics, and this is actually a team app.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe they're about to reverse, 13 years worth of nuke play.
Well, either way, I mean, we could take a look at the scoreboards real quick before this round completely gets underway, just to show you who has the kills. Taz 6 and 6 right now. As you see, Pasha pick up a nice kill on the Pimpin outside. We have an 8 and 0 or 8 and 3. Well, not 8 and 4 MSL. As actually, it looks like a sneaky bite of ESC. We're able to pick up some kills here. Were they going to pick up the first round though? That's the real question. As it's 5 members to 2.
Well, I'll tell you when they've lost this round, Western Wolves, and that's surrendering that AWP to Pasha, because that's what's opened them up to be able to buy in round 7. And Pasha delivered one of the early kills of the round, and it's left them with a 5 versus 2. Nico's going to lose his AWP and his life. And now just Glaive remaining, who does get one. They'll wait for him at the bottom of this. Oh, Glaive with a cheeky little headshot on Cuban, but Taz was there to back his man up. And the Poles have their first round on the board.
First much needed. I think that if they got any more fair the Western Wolves, that would have been it for them. And they had a tough time in Cup number 1 going against NIP. Unfortunately, didn't win that one out. But now in the semifinals yet again, they need to come up big here. They need to go on to the finals. They have, a decent amount of points, obviously, acquired throughout the first 2 cups, but not enough yet just to get into the playoffs.
Oh, I don't know. I'm
really?
going to. Yeah, I would disagree with you. I think they have plenty enough. Both these teams will definitely be in the top 16 as far as I'm concerned when the group stages come around on the 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th of June. Just not that long away already. We've only just finished season 1 and somehow we're already talking about playoffs in season 2. It's incredible.
Still, more Counter-Strike the better.
Absolutely. No complaints from me.
So you see it's 5-4 now. Nico did fortunately die to Lord on outside. So that nade, but you see Neely trying to go in, gets it picked up by Neo. It's a nice position right there. Can't really see him through the smoke. Glaive a little bit in trouble here. Let's see, fine on health, going to be forced to back away. And ESC holds on to ramp room, which I have to say is really crucial for them. Once they lose that, it's pretty hard times. But there is a push on to upper right now. See Pippin going to pick up the first kill. Taz picks up a kill, I believe, from Heaven, if I'm not mistaken. Glaive gets that return kill back onto him. We do see Pasha with the AWP up there. Bomb is going to be going down very shortly. So it looks like they're just trying to defend the site a little bit, getting killed from the backside. Pippin goes down, and now Neo trying to go for the kill on a Glaive. 1v3 situation here. Glaive does get picked up by Neo through the hut wall. And a great job by ESC to really shrug off those first 6 losses of rounds and really come back strong with these 2.
Yeah, I mean, without being too harsh on them, they know, and they're probably saying in comms right now, they have to get the next 7 rounds. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
They have to go in at half, 9-6 at the very least, and then they have a slim chance because their T-side's strong. I don't know if it's 7 rounds strong, but it's strong. But at the moment, they are literally on a knife edge as Western Wolves have managed to pick up 3 MSL. That's delightful Counter-Strike from MSL. Double from him. Glaive picks up another one, and they've got themselves a 2 versus 1 on a save round here. And anything more that Glaive can get is going to be a bonus. He hasn't got the bomb. And, yeah, well, he's going to have to play this one really clever. He's got plenty of time. And Pasha being the last one alive for ESC gives Western Wolves an advantage here. Let's just go over and see where Pasha is right now. This could be curtains for them, I'm not even sure that holding on to this AWP with 2 players left is necessarily the right thing to do, but he hasn't really got an option because there's no guns sitting on the floor right now.
Bomb's hitting down to low right now.
Yeah,
it is on Neely. He's coming down.
It is going to go down lower. They've got 27 seconds to play here. And we've got Nilla going to go and plant right now. He's going to get cover from Glaive here in window, ramp, and vent. That's the perfect place to stay. And Glaive claims the final kill of the round. And Western Wolves anti-eco the poles to lead 7-2.
You know, if you're going to crown anyone the all-star of that match, it definitely was MSL. Picking up those 2 kills with the pistol, definitely an all-star for his team that round. And that was a much-needed pickup, too, because it was an eco run, just like he said, and now 7-2. Wolves looking very strong here. It looks like ESC, if I'm not mistaken, actually, they did buy up, but very, very short on money right now. We'll see if they can get a much-needed round to really get back in this game, because it's getting out of hand. It just really is.
Yes, it is. Grenade going to go right over the top. That grenade's actually nicely placed. Does do a little bit of damage to both Nico and Nilla. And Glaive already picking up the kill. Is he? No, it doesn't. Oh, that's a stunning headshot on Kakuban, though. And Glaive, despite missing the easy shot, gets the hard one. Lord had less than 20 out, 19 to be precise. And we're 5v4. Minute remaining, round 10. Neo here with a chance. Oh, we just switched away from it as it decided that we needed to go and see Pasha destroy Nilla. Glaive, though, picks up another one, and Glaive has been absolutely immense. Pimp also. Double headshot from Pimp this time round. And Lord now last man alive. And talking to Lord, he needs more than a prayer to win the round. 4 versus 1. They aren't the best or the most healthiest looking Western Wolves I've ever seen right now. And one of them is disposed. That was Nico. Lord himself only has 19. But has got himself a weapon. MSL, though, dealing death to him for his first of the round. And Western Wolves lead 8-2 right now. And I'm struggling to find any kind of hope, really, for ESC at this scoreline.
I'm just overnight. Did Nuke all of a sudden just switch sides like you're saying before? Like, this is, I mean, this is just ridiculous. It's getting to that point where ESC needs to be able to hold on. But obviously, like we were mentioning yesterday, that some teams are stronger on certain sides of certain maps, as it looks like Cuban does fall down, takes a little bit of damage right there. But considering they're ecoing anyways, I don't think it's going to matter too much in the long run.
Just unnecessary. Didn't need to do that. So, 8-2. Western Wolves comfortably in the lead right now, and Nico, there's a free kill for him on Taz outside. Lord puts up a little bit more resistance than that, though, and gets the kill on the formerly commentarily cursed Glaive. Commentarily cursed because we said he was having a great game, and now he isn't. MSL and Nico, another couple themselves. Oh, there's a lovely one from Nico. Couldn't make it to 3 in a row, though, and now only has 13 health. Got to be a little bit careful here, as Neo is now last man alive. And MSL will pick up that kill at the end of the round for his double. But 3 from Nico in the round anyway. 9 from Western Wolves. And Glaive says, stop moving so fast, Lord. Obviously taking him down in that last round. So 11 down, 4 to go, 9-2. Western Wolves leading.
And then we forgot to call them the Joe rounds.
We didn't forget. We didn't forget.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I suppose in a way we had a Western Wolves anti-Joe round.
Anti-Joe round. Oh, we do see Western Wolves. Actually, incendiary grenade coming in. It's like Cuban might be able to pick up one, as Neelius has something to say about that. Neo does pick up that kill on the Glaive, so now 1 down for each side. And ESC, I mean, not in a bad position right now, but look at over at the Western Wolves. I mean, having all those flashes, which you can carry 2 now, obviously. Having those grenades, not to mention 808P on Pimpin and Nico. Actually, sorry, it wasn't Pimpin, on Nico. It's very hard to go up against. It means they're not going to be able to control that outside. Pasha doesn't have an 8OP himself. And it looks like we're going to have a hit on upper here, Red Eye.
Does look like we're going to make our way into the upper bomb site with the Western Wolves. Lord trying to come back round, and they might be able to win this one. It's 4 versus 2, and it is cleaned up inside. And just as the Western Wolves were heading for a bomb plant, the Poles said, no, 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 you're not coming in here. It's 9-3. I think I might have just broken Jason Kaplan. I think I have broken him. 9-3 then. 3 to go. Western Wolves in complete control of this match. And we shouldn't be surprised considering the way that they dominated on IP. Neo this time picking up the headshot on Pimp. Kuban also getting one on Nilla. That slowed them down a little bit. The Danes now have to go half speed here. Oh, look at this. Hiya. What the heck is going on? Why did the sound go weird then? That was weird, wasn't it?
I don't know. I was always entranced by your voice, so I kind of can't hear the game sounds.
Glaive with a double, though, makes it a 3 versus 3 after the Poles had the advantage. Now the exchange a killer piece. Pasha and MSL. MSL doubles up now to make it a 2 versus 1. And they're both in hut. Neo, last man alive, has to pull off a clutch here to stop the rot. Is it 9-4 or 10-3? And Neo gets downed by Nico. And Western Wolves can do nothing wrong whatsoever. It's 10-3 on the T side of Nuke.
Yeah, fortunate for Neo, he wasn't the one this time. But we'll see if he can get that back in the later rounds. Maybe on the Terrace side, because obviously 2 rounds left to go. 10-3 in favor of Western Wolves. This is a very one-sided match, but it might just be something to show us that Western Wolves are really a team that you shouldn't push around. They've got a bite, and they're showing it here in this map.
Quick look through the scores. You see the Western Wolves doing very nicely. Thank you very much as far as the scoreboard is concerned. But Nilo a little bit slacking right now. Just the 4 kills at the bottom of his team. And Taz doing a little bit of damage so far in ramp room. Oh, lovely one shot to the head onto Glaive. And put him in a corner, the Poles. And I tell you what, they can play. There's no doubt about that. And they'll give you as hard a time as you'd like on that other half. But MSL, another double headshot from him. Then Pimp, that's ridiculous on Kuban. Nico then misses an easy shot on the AWP. And another one as well. Doesn't matter though, he'll just finish off with a pistol. Steamrolled. 11-3.
Now I have to ask you, Paul, I mean, on paper, like when you look at this match, who did you have to be the favorite?
Honestly, I didn't have a favourite. I thought this could be a close game. I was obviously completely and utterly hopelessly wrong. You know, you look at where Western Wolves were last week. They had that 21-17 loss in the first round to the eventual winners, Copenhagen Wolves. Looks like we are going to get the second set of Wolves into a final this week out of 2 cups so far. And MSL has just been absolutely ridiculous this evening. That's the second time I've seen him just stroll in and take the head off an opponent, no problem whatsoever. It's like his aim is just glued to the top of people's shoulders. ESC, well, you never know what you're going to get from ESC. We know how fantastic they are. Legendary team, legendary players, legendary name. That might all be coming to an end if you check out the stories that we've been reading recently. But whatever, these 5 will be legends in their own lifetime in Counter-Strike. There is no doubt about that, even if they don't manage to scale the heights that they did before in 1.6. Single AK bullet finishes off Lord appropriately by MSL, and Western Wolves have a GH, a good half. It's 12-3.
I'm going to ask you to be the math guy here. What's the % chance that ESC can come back and win this?
It's actually very little.
Okay.
Very little. Although they have one small advantage and they have to take it.
Let me guess, the Glocks.
No, well, it is, yes. They have the advantage of now switching over to T side, which statistically at 63% win more pistol rounds than CTs do on any map, okay? It's even higher on Nuke. It's 67. So if they're going to have anything to say about this game, they must win the pistols and they must convert the next 2 to make this 12-6. Anything other than that, and it's good night to the Poles. Simple as that.
Yeah, I guess it really does come down to this first round. Obviously, if ESC does win it, Western Wolves has, what, 12 more rounds after that to really, finish up the game. But you always talk about how the 15th round going into 16 is always the hardest. But we're going to see here what happens. So it looks like ESC actually rushing straight towards ramp. Looks like they're going to go for a hard push here and try to go for this actual site to be taken. We do get naded quite low, actually. We see Pasha actually pick up a kill. 2 for 1 traded in the end right now, but the rest of the Wolves are already rotating down towards the bottom side. We see MSL in the vents, not able to pick up a kill. Does get some damage, taking down to 4 health. Now Pippin down towards his window room, trying to go for some damage, trying to take down Pasha here. Isn't able to get the kill either, but they are whittling them away as he does get the nice one shot. So now a 3-on-3 situation. MSL very low in health. Nico trying to go for the knife. He gets the knife onto Neo. And now a 2-1-2. MSL 4 health. Has to back away. Can't really afford to go straight in for this. Nico sitting on 100 health. Here, they actually hear them going over towards Volcano as MSL already rotating over. They do have the bomb in hand on Taz. Cuban gonna smoke and flash. Actually, just flash up the site. But will they be able to take it here? As MSL wait inside does get taken down, so a 1-on-2. Nico does have the higher health of the two, but still gets taken out either way. And ESC does lock down the first of hopefully a long winning streak for them.
Yeah, it needs to be. They've done what we said they had to do and win the pistol round, albeit at the end by a couple of lovely shots from Cuban. Nico with the knife in the round as well. That'll live with us for a while. Don't see all that many of them, especially in top competitive play, other than in the last final rounds where people are messing around. And Western Wolves, well, they've got to be careful of complacency here because they may feel like they're in the last final parts of the rounds, but they aren't right now. And they, even though they're on the easier side, they now have to face 2 ecos in a row. Single
God.
deagle. And Mr. One Dig from Spain, MSL, is in the house.
My butt cheeks clench seeing that. Just like, ooh,
Brilliant.
you know?
Yeah, great to see the Deagle backing action as well. Cuban laying down some smack on Pimp this time. And they're now at 4v3. Western Wolves are the man advantage. And remember, they were on eco. They still don't have any weapons other than that single Deagle, which, you know, according to MSL, well, you don't need anything else, do you? Lord has actually missed the man behind him. Somehow spins 180 and rips through Glaive to get the frag, but I have no idea how he did that. But he does only have 6 points of health remaining. They've got 30 seconds remain. They've got to make something of this, and it looks like it's going to be an upper. No, I don't know. They still can't make up their mind here. Oh, somehow Lord and Taz, though. Brilliant little bit of teamwork between them. 20 seconds remaining now, and they now have a man advantage here. Nilla, the last man standing, and he is going down to the gun of Taz, and that was a tricky eco round. They ended up with only 3 players alive, and 2 of them had less than 6 points of health.
Very close. Western was almost able to pull the one back, pull down a second drill round of the entire match so far, but looks like they will be saving up one more here. And obviously smart to do. You talked about it yesterday. You know, you have a lot of rounds to go. There's no reason to rush anything just yet. And maybe they'll be able to pull off a nice little bit of a Joe round here.
If you weren't with us yesterday, you're probably thinking, what the heck are the Joe rounds? We will explain.
Probably explain that, yeah.
Yeah, we will explain it when it comes to the point of needing to, not right now, because we've already got action, and that action is in the form of Pimp, who's got the first kill of the round on Lord. Western Wolves have lost a lot of health here, and have now lost personnel. 2, 3 drop down. Taz has got himself yet another double, another single shot to the head from MSL, not with the Deagle this time, but it doesn't matter. It's still absolutely brilliant from MSL.
He does have a gun this time, though. Unfortunately, last round he wasn't able to get too much of a gun, but with an AK, it still can't always be anyone's round right now.
It is a 3 versus 2. And MSL, well, he's not going to win anything like that. And now Pimp will be the last man alive. Help me. 3 versus 1. And not with the most powerful gun in the game, it has to be said, but still a deadly weapon, and he's let one man go across main, but I think Taz spun round and saw him. And that might just be the end of his round. The bomb has been planted now as well, so ESC are not going to lose this. There goes the flash. Taz believing he was there. Nicely weighted by Pimp because it just flew over the top of his head, and you saw the effects on him were very little indeed, but nicely set up there. Nice little bit of bait. Some noise made by Taz outside, and then Cuban picking up the kill. 12-6. Those 2 have been converted, and now it's game on with the first gun round for Western Wolves.
Yeah, I guess this one's going to determine how this game's going to go. If Western Wolves can't pull down a gun around here, and you see, I guess it's going to feel like they have a fighting chance. I'm sure they do already, but winning a gun round just got to make it even more possible in your own mind. It looks like ESC actually going to go for a little bit of spam. Also, well, as Cuban was trying to get up towards... Oh, we're on first person still on your screen. Sorry. I should just sit by you and watch your screen. But we do see Pippin going down into vents. Heading over towards Volcano Stairs, but no one going to be there, as we do have, looks like a 4-man push on the outside. 1 person on yellow. We do see Glaive get a nice kill on the Lord. And that's what we've seen him do throughout the entirety of this game. Now Pimpin trying to get some damage, actually get some good damage on a Cuban, down to 12 health. Taz going to be rushing down here, trying to actually go for that kill, but honestly, it looks like Western Wolves has this round pretty locked down. They've been able to get a lot of damage out, a lot of picks. And it looks like Pasha's going to be the first one in. Will he be the first one dead? No, he gets a kill on the Pimpin'. And it looks like they're able to control this bottom site. We even see Nilly coming in through lobby here. As I look over at Paul and his glorious eyes. And we do see Western Wolves pick up 2 kills. And pick up a 3rd now. So Taz, last man standing, over towards window room. Looks like he will get picked up here by himself, and yes, he does. So Western Wolves picks up their first gun round of the half, and now 13-6.
So, is that the round they needed to push on for victory? ESC will have money for this round, but lose this one, and it might well be game over for the Golden Five again in the semi-finals of Cup number 2 of the RaidCall EMS 1 Summer Cup 2013. The second of 4 this season. 4 this year, I should say. Of the seasons, of course. I knew what I meant.
I had no idea what you meant.
We've just seen a lovely little stack outside. I want to just go back to the... Whoa, where am I? Oh my goodness, I wanted to go back up. Oh, there it is, look, there it is. Look, there's the decoy on the wall, which you can use to stand on. Okay, and then boost the other guy out, which gives you vision.
We can actually see into heaven.
Into upper, yeah, into upper. So, nice little boost there from ESC. We'd like to try and spot those and show you those. Meanwhile, Western Wolves, having just lost Pimp, will be a little bit more passive. And ESC, well, as you can see there, being very passive too right now, just creeping out round to the outside. Cuban will pick up the frag onto Glaive. MSL waiting inside Hart. He'll come face to face with Lord now, and Lord will blow him to smithereens with the AK. Nice headshot from him. Pasha now making his way into the upper bomb site. Bomb will go down here, and Nilla the only one to reply back of the last 3. And it's now a 4 versus 2 bomb plant, and Nilla comes in, gets a second of the round. Didn't do a huge amount in that first half, but now going huge in round number 20 of the second half. It's 3 versus 2 here. Nico, whoa, he's got to be very careful he didn't lose that there and jump out of the... actually, he had plenty of health. It was his opponent, Nilla, his teammate, Nilla, who only had 12. So they are going to save here and set up for a save back in CT spawn. And this is going to be 13-7. So still a little bit of hope there glimmering through for ESC.
Yeah, very true. It might have just become a terrorist map overnight, just like I was saying before. And it looks like the rest of the members of ESC will hold on to their guns and taking a look at the scoreboard real quick, because I should probably show that, just show how, or who's really stepped up for the team. MSL 23-11. We saw so many 1-digs, so many one-shots out of them that were just phenomenal. Nico now 17-11, 15-15 Pimpin', and not to mention Glaive, who, you know, we saw a lot of great kills out of him, drop down to 16-14, and then over on the Western Wolves side, we have an 18-14. Well, Western Wolves side, wow, I can't read apparently. Over onto the ESC side, we have Taz 18-14, a 13-16 Lord. And it looks like ESC still putting up a fighting chance here. As Western Wolves actually have bought up. They did lose their AWP, actually, saw their AWP as Nico does pick up a kill. Pasha responds by killing him. And we do have a rush on the lobby, and Neo is the victim of that one. So now 2 members of ESC are down. Pasha, Lord, and Taz all with the AKs. We see Pasha actually get picked up right there from a Famous out of MSL. Now a 4-on-2 situation. Even though ESC just won the last round, Western Wolves... Oh, what do you even say to that? That was just a phenomenal shot out of MSL. Now Taz, last man standing. I don't think he's going to be able to survive this one.
The M in MSL's name must stand for monster, because he's having an absolutely magnificent game against the former world champions, the former triple world champions, ESC. Who are about to lose this round and go down 14-7. Taz now, it's all on him, single-handedly. We've seen him do it before, but it's been a while. Is this time for him to step up? He picks up 1, can't get the second, though. Glaive disposes of him, and Western Wolves move within 2 rounds of reaching the grand final.
I remember this, there are no ties in this, so even if we do have a 15-15 scoreline, we'll be going into overtime to decide a winner. This will be a best of 1, as well as the other semifinal coming up right after this, between Fnatic and Navi, and then of course a best of 3 finals, which will determine who wins the 100 points, who wins the $600, and who gets 1 step closer to the playoffs. As it looks like Western Wolves, we're tagging along with Nico right now with the AWP. Why does it say that? I should just not even say that anymore. Tag along with anyone. We're on Cuban now. And see what he decides to do. I don't really know what the point of that one was. I guess you're just trying to give the illusion of spamming through that wall.
Didn't want it. Just threw it away.
Well, he only has a pistol too, so you're not really going to hear too much spam. But you see Nico pick up a kill on a Taz. That was a headshot. His head is gone. Let's see if he can pick up any more hits. Looks like he's dropping down through that X-ray. Posh, you're going to rush over towards Volcano. Nico trying to spot. Great smokes put down though. And what was that?
My
Lord
goodness.
going down. Fantastic shot out of Nico, and that's why I'm saying he's such a strong AWP here. And Peepin does pick up a kill on Aposh. It's now a 5-on-2 here, and it looks like we might have the round before the match point. I don't even know what I'm going for.
I'm still like that Nico shot. I mean, literally saw him for a split second through the top of the smoke, and got him through the box.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was telling you about. He did shots like this against Copenhagen Wolves in Cup
Just
#1.
ridiculous. 20 seconds left of the round, and Cuban, the last man alive, well, was the last man alive, dealt with by Nico, who picks up his 3rd of the round. And ladies and gents, we're at 8 match points for the Western Wolves from Denmark.
Oh, we see, looks like some desperation buys too. It looks like Taz the only one with an AK. And actually see the rest of them if they had any special weapons. Looks like they don't though.
No, they're completely money screwed right now.
This is not looking good for ESC. We have seen Joe rounds.
Yeah, Nilla, well, hang on, he said follow him, so Taz is saying follow me, okay. Well, we're going to follow Nilla, and if he doesn't get a kill in this last round, then there's going to be trouble. All right, because it's all on you, Nilla, now, to win the round. You wanted focus, we're giving you it. Lord has already been disposed of in this round, and Nilla gets disposed of by Taz. We did follow the wrong run. I'm not listening to Nilla ever again.
Oh, we'll give Taz his moment of light here.
Yes.
Spotlight.
Taz also said follow me, and he, so far, has got himself an AK now. So they've got an M4, an AK, and 2 pistols. It's still not great, but it's not terrible either. And it's 4v4. 50 seconds remaining. Is this the final round of the game? Western Wolves on the verge of making their first ever RaidCall EMS 1 final. Flashes just delay them a little bit longer. Every second counting down is a second closer to victory for the Danes. The Poles, though, they have to commit to a site right now. Kuban into the upper bomb site, trying to lay down some shots inside that area. It's Pasha that picks up the first one, but Pip with a double, a triple from Pip, a 4-man from Pip, and George Foreman take a bow. Pimp cleans house with a Foreman right at the end of the game, and that is a 16-7 victory for the Western Wolves. We do have another Wolf team in the final. It's not last week's, but it is another Wolf team nevertheless. They were awesome this evening.
Yeah, Nico. I mean, you have to give him and MSL just fantastic shots out of both of them.
But they all have moments. I mean, Pimp with that 4-man. There was some cool stuff from Nilla earlier on. MSL was absolutely ridiculous all night with the ones. And Nico's AWP play was absolutely spot on. I mean, everything that they wanted to do, they seemed to deliver perfectly this evening. It all worked for them.
I'm curious, was it to me, it was just like them out-aiming ESC a little bit. Like, in some cases, yeah?
Sometimes. I think it would be unfair to say it was all about aim, but certainly the setups that they had on T-side were much more aggressive than we've seen from a lot of other teams on Nuke. And it does pay dividends. I mean, to the right team and the right mixer team. They just played really well tonight. I mean, shots were fantastic.
High risk, high reward, and you saw right there the reward of it, which means they will be going to the finals. And who are they going to be playing against? Who is
that's the point. It's Na'Vi versus Fnatic. It's coming up in around about 10 minutes' time. So don't go too far away. We'll be right back after this with the RaidCall EMS 1 Cup 2 semi-final.
Professional grade communication tool. The choice of professional teams. Perfect stream viewing experience.